I'm with Karen Lowe. We're here at the Karen Lowe Project, the debut of her new album. Everybody's excited about the CD, and we're here tonight celebrating it. And our special guest tonight is Karen Lowe. Karen, what is your passion about music? How did that started for you?
Well, it started since I was 11. I would listen to the radio stations, and I would listen to a couple of songs that I like to sing to, and I would just sing along with it. And then my father was listening to it, and then he said, "Oh, you sound pretty good." So he went and bought me a karaoke machine, and then it was like a surprise gift. It was my birthday gift, and then gave it to me on my birthday. And I started listening, I started singing, and started listening to myself, recording myself, and I'm like, you know what? I think I sound pretty good, Dad. So I play it back for my parents, and then they're like, oh, okay. So that's how it started, and they started entering me in singing contests, and I've won a
few of them.
Yeah.
Did you ever study music technically?
Yeah, I studied vocals when I was 13, and piano, but I really more into vocal than piano, so I kind of put the piano aside. And I was majored in music in college, and I studied music theory, and then we had to sing like opera. So it's a different style of music than just saying pop and R&B. It was pretty difficult, but that helped me kind of.
Yeah, I bet it did, because you had the classical background.
Yeah.
What was your choice of music? Did you like certain kinds of music? What genre of music were you most attracted to?
Well, I would say that at first I started singing to pop music.
Your favorite
artist? Which is Whitney Houston. I started listening to Whitney, and then I would listen to Barbra Streisand, Gloria Estefan, Mariah, and Mariah Carey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mariah. Okay.
And then I kind of got into R&B, so I would start listening to artists like Shaka Khan. I'm trying to name all the artists.
That's okay. What would you say your style of music most represent? Is there an artist that you would say you sound like?
Not really.
Okay, so you're yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to be myself. I would imitate them when I was, little, singing their songs. But no, I preferred sounding like myself.
When did you start? You said you started competing in music when you were 13. When did you go in the big leagues and start competing like America's Got Talent?
Actually, I was on America's Got Talent in 2007, and it was season 2. And I made it into the semifinal. We went to Vegas, but I didn't go through to the last round. But it was a great experience.
I bet. What was the auditions like? I mean,
it was tough.
I bet.
They said that people are kind of mean sometimes, but the audience, they like me, so. And the most important thing is to gain experience and also to enjoy it, even though I didn't win, but that's not the most important thing in life.
Well, the best performers are the ones that enjoy what they're doing.
Exactly. I enjoyed it. I had fun. And I was a little bit upset I didn't go to the final round, but I told myself that this is not the end. It's not the end of the road, so I kept on going.
Because a lot of people participate, don't go to the final round, but end up getting record contracts and stuff like that. So
exactly.
So it's not the end. Where do you want your career to go? What are you looking forward to do in terms of your music?
Well, I'm looking forward to get my music out to the public. I would like to do a world tour, and I like to actually do a tour back in Asia and Europe.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, of course, the United States too, but I don't want to do a world tour because I'm originally from Hong Kong.
Oh, beautiful.
So I would like to go back to my hometown to do a few shows, and then I have relatives and friends there too.
This new project, the DVD, I listened to it, it kind of warmed up on me. It started with pop music, and then you went into some ballads, and it was really beautifully done. What was the inspiration for the CD?
I would say that the whole CD, the ingredients, details of the lyrics, kind of talks about my life. Some can be a little personal,
Yeah.
but I kind of turn it into more like where other people can relate to. It's like a lifetime story, and I think as a songwriter, if you can write songs that can tell the public something about yourself and your character, people can kind of like figure it out, and it's more real because it's you.
Well, Taylor Swift is known for writing songs
I know.
from her experiences. So
I know.
It's everybody's doing that, and so that's where you go. That's where you can tell your truth, right?
Exactly, and I think that's important.
How do you feel about this CD coming out? Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'll be more excited once I get a Grammy or a few Grammys or get nominations.
It's good to have that in your repertoire.
Yeah.
How does your family feel about your performances?
My husband's very supportive.
That's important.
My daughter's very supportive. My mom and dad are very supportive. They don't really, understand the
What you're
entertainment
doing.
business that much. My dad does, but not so of my friends and my family. But they know that I have the passion and love for music, so that's what's important. And they're happy for me. It's not easy to find something that you like and then you enjoy doing it.
Yeah. And that's what everybody should seek out. So
Yeah.
you're on track because you're doing something you love, right?
Exactly. I love music.
You can't beat that. When it comes to your singing voice, how would you compare your voice in terms of?
Well, when I'm in my lower tone, I think I kind of have a little bit of a Toni Braxton, and you know how like Mariah Carey does the
Right,
low octave,
right.
like that area. And then when I do the higher pitch, I think I kind of sound like a little bit like Celine Dion.
Oh wow.
And a little bit like Mariah, but not so much of Whitney, because I think her voice is a little
Very
bit
unique.
her voice is a little bit thinner and is a little bit more higher pitch, and my tone is more mid tone. So I think in those area.
Right. So what kinds of music you sing that you feel like your voice is most comfortable with?
Oh, what kind of music? What artist?
What style? Like pop,
R&B.
hip hop, R&B.
More R&B,
I
yeah.
thought so when I listened to you.
R&B and soul.
CD.
No, I'm not really into hip hop. I mean, I'm not. No disrespect. I listen to hip hop, but I don't think I'm a hip hop artist.
Yeah, I love your R&B, and it's funny because when somebody sing, they don't have an accent or anything. You don't know who's singing. And
Exactly.
It was really
It's more
beautiful.
like a R&B, smooth, jazz, 94.7 type of music that I
That's
like.
my favorite station.
That's the station I listen to.
Really? So would you say there's some jazz elements in your music also?
Yeah, definitely.
Where would that come from? Something you listen to?
I think it comes from my heart.
Yeah.
It comes from here. Comes from your stomach.
Diaphragm.
It's just natural. It comes from here.
Yeah. When you're performing, what is that like for you when you're on stage? You know, everybody talks about their experience on stage. How is it for you? What happens when you're on stage?
Well, a lot of people get the butterflies and because they get nervous. I don't really get nervous anymore.
Never?
When I
Ever?
was younger. But no, not really, not anymore. I'm so used to it. I actually look forward to it. It's fun and it's exciting, and I like it when the audience reacts to me and they say encore, and that gets me really excited.
So you're in a good place in your career because now you're most comfortable doing what you're doing, because some performance, it takes a long while before they get rid of the butterflies. How did that come by? Where's this confidence that you have come by?
I think my father helped me all these years. Since I was a kid, he kind of gave me support and confidence and said that don't ever let anything or anyone get you down. And anybody says anything, just don't let them get to you. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't have that kind of self-confidence. That's why they get the butterfly on stage, because they don't have the self-confidence. Once you get that self-confidence, it doesn't even matter. You won't even see the audience. If you're on stage, there's like thousands of people and the lights are on you. You can't see the audience.
Right.
Yeah. It's like you're singing in the bathroom.
Right. So you're in a good place right now in terms of your confidence being on stage. Is there any certain kind of music you would like to perform, like maybe work in a musical? Have that crossed your mind?
I've done Jesus Christ Superstar before in Japan.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it was
I like
fun
that.
with the Japanese.
Oh wow! In Japanese?
Half in Japanese, half in English. But of course, I didn't do the Japanese part.
I guess you played the character that Elaine Elliman played, the girl that sang.
Actually, no, I was the singer in the choir.
Oh, okay.
I preferred doing that because there was more parts and there was more things to learn, because you get to learn the harmony and dance steps, and I wanted to get to do that. There was a lot of rehearsals, and it was a fun experience.
Do you see yourself doing musical theater again, or working in a production like the theater?
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah, because I know a lot of performing artists does that. I mean, that's an avenue you can go, that you can, people can hear your wonderful voice.
More stressful.
Why is that?
Really, because when you do music, a lot of times you singing without music, or your voice has to project, and if you're sick, good luck. A lot of times can't cancel shows, so you gotta be ready.
Well, my background in the theater, so I know that.
You know that, right? Yeah.
So Karen, you're here in Santa Barbara promoting your DVD. What would you like it to be heard on the radio? Would you like it to be online? What would be the ideal situation for your music to be playing?
All of the above. Radio, internet, TV, commercials, movies, everything.
Any idea for your next album? I mean, we're talking about this one, but sometimes people have ideas of what they want to do next. Any ideas?
Want to more move towards the smooth jazz instead of R&B, because the album, the Karen Lowe Project, it's more R&B and pop. Well, more R&B / soul and pop. There's a little pop there.
Right, I got
but
that.
I want to move into more like smooth jazz.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of performers there. There are a few women that are amazing that plays the saxophone and sing. Candy Dolfor. I mean, there's a longer career and big market for that. You think so? Yeah, I would say so.
For that route.
Yeah, because R&B is very crowded. And the competition is really strong.
There are always people want to go see a concert, and they always will never say no to smooth jazz. If they're like, older age, I would say like 40 and up, they don't want to listen to.
That's true.
Seriously, I mean, radio, they play a lot of songs for little kids.
If we go into your car and you show us your music that you listen to, what artists do you listen to when you're driving around?
Besides myself,
I like that.
I listen to Michael Jackson. I listen to Dionne Warwick. I listen to Brenda Russell. I listen to what is the other? Christopher Cross. Sailing. Yeah, and John Legend.
Yes.
Eric Benet. I could go on and on.
Well, that says a lot about an artist when they listen to artists with diverse expressions, Some people just listen to smooth jazz like I do. No, I'm just kidding. For you, Karen, what would you tell a young person that wants to get into the performing arts and perform? What would they do?
You mean what kind of suggestion I would give them? Advice?
Or for you, some of the things you went through.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't really have a childhood. A lot of times because a lot of times when I was in high school, a lot of kids, like on the weekend, they would go out, go to parties or go out with a friend, go to the movies. I would be singing. I'll be either in the studio, on stage, or doing private events like weddings and stuff. I would not really know how to. I didn't understand the life of having a social life until I got older.
So you was always focused with your music. You're always doing that.
Like a lot of time, my friends say, "You want to go out?" I'm like, "Go out where? I got a gig. I always have shows to do every weekend. So I would always be busy with music."
So you're very serious about your professional career.
So I think for a suggestion to other youngsters out there, you gotta know if this is what you want to do. If this is not what you want to do, don't waste your time. That what I would give them. That's just very straightforward advice.
Something you said earlier, you really need to love what you're doing, because a lot of people get into business for the other reasons, fame, fortune.
Yeah.
But you got to really love it, and I knew that from the theater.
You gotta love what you're doing, because there's no guarantee that you're always gonna be famous and rich. So a lot of times people face a lot of stress because things didn't go their way, or they're not happy because they're not famous anymore. I mean, it shouldn't matter. I mean, if you like music, you like music. There's always going to be an audience that's going to follow you. I mean, you don't expect everybody to follow you, but there's always going to be that audience, that group of audience that's going to follow your music until the day you die.
I like that. Do you think that if you work on your career outside of America, like you mentioned Hong Kong, that you have a better chance? You know, a lot of American artists go somewhere else and become famous and then come back to America.
Yeah,
you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I actually tried that.
Ah, you did?
And they said that I wasn't Asian enough.
I like that.
I was like, I am Asian. And then my dad was like, Asian enough? Oh, she is Chinese. And no, because they said I was really Americanized. Because I came in when I was little, when I was like 9 years old.
What's wrong with having the best of both worlds?
I don't think I was what they were looking for at that time.
Interesting. Would you give it a second go?
I think I would want to break it into international.
Yeah, I could see you as an international artist.
Not just Hong Kong or Taiwan or Japan or America or Europe or, I think international.
Because there's lots of avenues to make it in the business, and sometimes artists have to come up with their own creative, path, because there's a line here.
Exactly.
Everybody's in line, Have you ever thought of auditioning for any other shows like The Voice or whatever? What's the one? The American Idol?
I would maybe become a judge on one of those shows in the near future.
Yeah. Is that one of your goals?
I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's one of my goals, but it would be a fun thing.
Yeah. So here we are with your CD, Karen. You're going to get to perform 3 of your songs today. The thing about one of your songs that I really liked, it talked about social issues, about drugs
Is it gonna be all right?
Stuff like. It's gonna be all right. That song is a single.
Yeah,
I like that song.
That's one of the idea that I had when I first wanted to write that song. Ron gave me the track, and then he told me put the lyrics and the melody to it, and I did.
I like that song because I could see it appealing to anybody. It doesn't matter what kind of music.
I think at that time I was watching a lot of news.
Oh, okay.
And there was a lot of things going on.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write something about the world.
Yeah, because when I first listened to your music, I thought, okay, it was just dance. And then when you came up with this song and another one after that, I said, wow, this is deep. This is really saying something.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Is it?
That's yours too?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, because it said something to me.
You got good taste. I like you.
Well, I think you got good taste too, Karen. And I really appreciate talking with you today. And
me too.
Hopefully we can have you on the show here in Santa Barbara. You can come back and perform for us. Okay?
Most definitely.
So it's nice talking with you. It's nice seeing you tonight. We'll look forward to talking with you again, maybe at the Grammys.
Okay.
How is that?
Great.
Promise.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Take care.